Hello and welcome to True Guidance Tarot. My name is Adriana Teodoro-Dier. I'm an intuitive reader and I have a message today for the water signs. This is for Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer. Before I get started with the message, I just wanted to remind you that I'm still offering 50% discount on my intuitive readings. These are for your emotional, spiritual well-being, which is really the cornerstone for having a healthy experience and existence here on on Earth. So let's get to your reading right away. Now, this is going to be a really tough message for someone, so I'm going to go as gently and slowly as I can, because I understand how this feels and how you're feeling right now. So the energy around you this week is the Three of Swords. Okay, now the way you're going to be responding to it, we've got the Page of Swords. On the other side, or this is your advice or kind of the story that happens, what happens next, we've got the Devil, Three of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups. What I want you to notice is that the Devil is facing this way, but the woman in the card, she's facing the way the rest of these cards. So we're really talking about you here. So whenever we have the Three of Swords, we have the card of feeling really hurt, really betrayed and isolated, like someone has just come, or maybe a couple people have come and just stabbed you in the back or stabbed you through the heart. You're just feeling so sad and upset for yourself. And especially in this case, you have to understand that this is what your thoughts are doing to you. The actual situation did not do this to you. The swords are thoughts, and so whenever we have the presence of these swords together, we know that it's all in your mind. And this is further strengthened by the idea that we've got the Page of Swords. So the Page of Swords is someone who does live in their mind, doesn't necessarily put their plans into action right away, but is just kind of thinking and percolating and percolating. The interesting thing about this is that the Page of Swords is generally an unemotional person, but for water signs, what that means to me is that you've frozen your emotion and you're just running your head, because water signs are very emotionally in tune. But when this shows up to tell me how you're going to be dealing with the situation, this means that you've just kind of frozen the waters. So let's look at your advice. Again, we've got the Devil, Three of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups. So let's focus on the Devil for a second. The Devil talks about, most of all, self-illusion, the fact that you think you don't have a choice, and the fact that you think that you're stuck here. Now, the Devil, there's kind of two meanings in this card, especially right now. The Devil can be someone that's not acting with a lot of integrity, they're not doing something right, or they're taking advantage of you, or the power dynamic is off. That is a truth. However, the way you're responding to it, instead of just saying, well, that's their thing, you're saying, oh my God, I've got no choice. I'm subject to this. I have to take it. I have to bear it, and I've got no way out. Now, if you look at this card, she's sitting there in the bottom, all curled up in the fetal position, but the structure she's in is open on both sides. There's nothing holding her there. It's just the fact that she thinks she has to be there. So your advice is saying, okay, recognize that you're putting yourself there. You're actually making this happen. The stuckness is not the other person. This is not actually their fault. And this is where I know this is hard. Even though you're feeling hurt by their behavior and hurt by what they've done, it's really not their fault the way you are feeling. The way you're feeling is up to you and up to your mind. If you can get yourself out of that and just kind of get your head down, this is our Three of Pentacles. It may be necessary to ask someone else for some support. Sometimes that's what that card can mean. But if you're on your own, this means just turn that head off, do what you have to do to get yourself into a better place where you're thinking correctly again, where you're feeling okay again, feeling safe again, and really focus on that self-love. That's our lovely Ace of Cups here. The reason why you feel all these things, why you feel that other people have hurt you, all this other stuff, you're really projecting onto them what you have done to yourself. You have hurt yourself by betraying yourself. You have hurt yourself by not listening to yourself. You have hurt yourself because you believe that it's okay for other people to take advantage of you, and therefore you lose yourself. So you're vilifying the other person. You're calling them bad, but really that's what you're thinking about yourself. And we're all on a growth journey here. Everyone goes through all of this, so this is not your fault. It's just that the way out of it is to embrace your self-love and understand that you were the one who did all the hurting, which really gives you back your power. This guy, it looks like he's got power over her, but he really, really doesn't. She's the one who can say if she goes or stays in those thought processes. So, again, I know this is a hard thing to hear because I am feeling how deeply this hurts you, but the truth of the matter is it's really a lot more in your hands than you think, and it's a lot more in your heart than what you think. So you have the means to heal this, you have the means to move forward. It starts with that desire and that trying to move forward in self-love and just taking one small step. So this might mean looking at the part of you that hurt yourself, that betrayed yourself, and just saying, I forgive you. And that can be your first step towards self-love. It's just, these cards are asking you to just take one step, not change your whole life, just take one step, and then another step, and then another step. So if you've got any questions about this, please reach out in the comments. I would love to connect with you. And if you're feeling like you need something a little bit further, please check out my website to see what kind of support is offered to you through the connection with the other side. So I will look forward to seeing you next week, and thank you so much for joining me this week. Have a good one.